Okay, as you can see, the database we worked on the intro is a little bit more complete, more workers in there. And the way you can enter that information is just here in our um, design view. Or I'm sorry, in our data sheet view, not our design view, in our data sheet view. Now that's one way you can enter in information. Sometimes, though, you don't really want to use it um, for this data sheet view where you have people entering in information here. Sometimes previous entry might get erased if somebody clicks on the wrong thing, or maybe you have sensitive information you don't want other people to see, or maybe you don't want to keep scrolling down to find where the latest entry is to input more information. So sometimes when you create information, you want to use what is called a form. And so what you can do for this is how we'll be doing it with our assignments. If you go to our Create tab and you go to More Forms and go to Form Wizard, this little wizard will pop up and you can decide what you want to be in there. So we only have one table to choose from, which is our demo table that we created in the last tutorial, and I want to put all of this information over there. Sometimes you might not, but for what we're doing, we want to have the option to type in all of that information but in a form. So I'm going to click Next. I'm going to go with the top option. You can choose whatever type of style you would like. It's up to you. And then I'm going to go to where it says Open Form, and then up here for demo I'm just going to say Demo Form. Alright, to make it a little bit more official and clear. Then I'm going to click Finish. And now you'll notice the information for our people from our tables is individually inside of this form. Alright, now the good thing about this, if you mouse down to the bottom where it says New Blank Record and I click on that, it takes me to a new one here, and then I have the name. So I can type in here alright, a new name, the department. I can say I can type in all of this information, and then in here you just do this one page at a time. Okay, and then this is how the information is. So I have that on there. I can hit save. If I wanted to enter a new one, I could. You know, it's up to you. And then what you can do is I hit refresh all, and when you go back to these tabs, this is all the same file. Alright, it's not creating multiple ones. This is still a database, but now it has a table and it also has a form. And then you can see in here where we have the information that was added in for automotive. So before we only had one automotive worker, Thompson. Now we have Jared Wilson down here, and that's how we enter the information. So again, you can enter in information using this table, or you can go up to Create and then go to Form Wizard and create a new form and enter in information one record at a time using this. Alright, continuing on with Microsoft Access and databases. We've learned about the tables and how to set up a database. We've learned how to input information using our datasheet view, and we've also learned how to make a form and to input information doing that. Now sometimes when you are finished with your database, you would like to look at your information in a more sorted view. And this is where Microsoft Access can start to be very powerful, and this is with the reports. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go up to Create, and I'm going to go to Report Wizard, and basically this allows you to sort and filter your information and to put it into a report that can be printed out and handed out at a meeting. So let's say for this, maybe I want to put in the people's names, I want to put in their department, and I want to put in the position, and I want to put in their salary. So you can be as thorough with this as you want. You know, so sometimes you're going to put all the information in, sometimes you're going to select little bits and pieces. It just depends on what the purpose of your report is. Next, I'm going to click Next. And now it asks me how I want to group the levels. So what I'm going to do for this report is I'm going to group my levels by department. So I'm going to select Department. It puts it up there. I'm going to click Next. Okay, and then as I move down here, I'm going to say, I'm going to choose my grouping here to be by name, and I'm going to say ascending. Okay, I'm going to click Next. This looks fine. I'm going to click Next again. I like this layout. I'll click Next one more time. I'm going to go up here to Demo and say Demo Report, and then I'm going to click Finished. Okay, now as I look at my report here, I can see that it has them divided by department. Alright, so automotive, and I have the names there in alphabetical order, and it tells me their position and the amount of money that they make for their salary. And so you can see here just the different ways how you can sort your information on multiple levels. Now sometimes you'll look at your report and the information might not fit on there appropriately. So what you're going to do then is you can go to, before you print it, you can go to Close Print Preview, and then you can go up to View, and you can go to Layout View. And with Layout View, you can then, you know, change the width of these forms and make sure that they all fit on one page. So you can change the sizes with that. Let's say I wanted the position to be on the other side of the salary. I could select that and then click and drag and move it over. So it allows you to kind of manipulate the order of your report a little bit. And then once you get it all the way done, then you can be ready to print it when you're all the way finished. And again, this here is all the same file. So here's this information. If I went in and I changed anything in terms of what I wanted for my database here, I could do that. Or if I added another form, I could go back in and click refresh all, and it would keep everything up to date. And so that way all of the components of my database are the exact same information on all of these tabs. So again, in review for so far in Microsoft Access, the very first tutorial was how to set up a database and how to use your design view in your data view. And then in the second tutorial, we showed how to make a form as another method of inputting in information. And in this third tutorial, we learned about the basics of creating a report and how to manage the sizes of the report so it can fit on a piece of paper, in which then it could be sent to a printer.